Vigilante. Resist the system, you know what I'm saying? Feel good right now. Let's get it.
Yeah, hey, minor is the one you want talking to your sons. I can talk about God, I can tell them about drugs, I can show them how to move when they see you in the mud. Get to work and make a brick. It was me and Doc putting everything on the house, investing everything in music, then explain it to the spouse. Came a long way from sleeping on my brother's couch. Really shooter met, call a op, he a vouch. Yeah, I own a few mistakes, but being fake ain't one of these. Matter of fact, I probably kept it too real for TV. I could tell you all the lies your favorite rapper like to dream, like that diamond chain real.
I done woke up, slept on me, trying to eat with vultures. Y'all look frail, let me feed the culture. Can't get full of the lead and coke, huh? Still sober, y'all OD, follow me. When it rain, follow me, king. Yeah, I know the king, Martin Luther King. You ain't really gonna throne, boy, you in a dream. Wake up, y'all don't want it. Down to the white, I better put Milo on it. And let's soon Chico Milo, homie. And if I'm scared, I guess I don't know it. Cause I'm still going still right where the heat at. And where I ain't supposed to be, that's where I be at. And I spit that, sit back, listen to the truth while the sky crack and the Lord get back. Or somebody wants to get back and they click clack, leave your bit back, looking at this syntax. Never left, but I've been back, cross on my bit neck, and I don't rap gospel, I live that. But I'm nothing but a gimmick. You see me in a club, funny, you was in it. Skip a cosign, shout out to the homie Kendrick. And all I hear is crickets when I run into the critics. Oh well, show tells me a lot when they tell me to rock. Keep my eyebrows raised, smell what I'm cooking. And the sales may drop, yeah, the meal may stop, but they ask for the truth, yeah, I'm a dork. They like, how you do that now? Sound kinda nice, boy, who that down? Is everything real good, true or fair? But you probably wouldn't listen if you knew that down. If you knew that down.
The heart beats just a little faster right now, doesn't it? As they stand alone right now. No cornermen. They're just ready to make the ring walk for the biggest fight that boxing can.
Give me 10 seconds. The water only goes with the shadow in the front. And I hope you're having a blessed day. God bless America. God bless America. Only in America. Only in America. Let me check my audio real quick. All right, audio is all right today. All right, man. I hope before people start coming in here, I don't really expect a lot of people to come in today because I usually don't go live at this time. But I figured I'm gonna get this live out the way because my live I was gonna do tonight, I'm not gonna be home. So I'm gonna do this live and I'm gonna leave it. I mean, it's always recorded, it stays up. And by the way, I've been noticing too, by the way, that I don't know if I should do more video, like more edited videos or the lives, because like I only did 2 edited videos last month and those seem to get the most views. Now my lives is weird because my lives seem to have more views the day after, which tells me that when I'm live, people aren't watching or they're not there, and then they rewatch it later on. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Because I don't really, let me see right here. Move it over here. Let's move it past. All right, let me upload this, get this out the way. We got, I don't know if Bivol and them are fighting today, this week. Let me see real quick. When is the Bivol? Let me get one thing at a time. It's like I got 1,000 things running in my mind real quick. Okay, hold on. Where's Beterbiev? Schedule real quick. What did they, that will be on the 12th. Oh, okay, so that is this weekend. Yes, it is. Okay. Tomorrow, which is October 9th, Chris Colbert was going to be fighting October 9th, and but due to the hurricane, that has been moved. That has been postponed until next week. Which, by the way, makes me think, like, is that hurricane really that bad? Like, that's a bad, I mean, it's all over the place, bro. I don't know, but that's kind of weird. Like, I'm in Maryland, right? I wonder, like, why is it not cloudy over here? I guess that maybe I don't know the weather like that, but wouldn't it be cloudy by me if there's like a bad hurricane, bro? It's like a level 5. I'm not that far away. Well, actually, It doesn't matter. It's sunny as fuck outside. You would like, I don't know. Well, apparently it's a bad hurricane, bro. Anyway. Let me get into what I gotta get into. So I'll be doing this live and won't be going live tonight because I won't be home. So let me just get this out the way and start by subject. Number one. Bill Haney was live last night, and should I start with? Yeah, let me start with Terrence Crawford real quick. Look, man, I believe everybody that has a channel, right? They like some fighter, they support some fighter. It's normal, right? I believe anybody that tells you like I don't like a fighter or I'm not a fan of like come on, bro. We're all a fan or watch a certain fighter more than others. Like we're human beings, all right? So let's get that out the way. When it comes to Teofimo Lopez, right? I've been very, very honest and truthful about Teofimo Lopez on this channel. Very, very honest, bro. Like I criticize the dude all the time. I feel like he's ignorant sometimes, but at the same time, I also feel like it's not just him, it's just a whole generation. Like Ryan, Devin, Tank, right? These guys are, anytime you say anything about them, they're going to go on X and they're going to start posting, they're going to start tweeting, and they go back and forth, and then they erase tweets, which I don't even know why you would even put up a tweet if you're going to erase it in the first place. But it is what it is. That's what they do, right? What is shocking to me is you got a veteran in Terrence Bud Crawford. To me, if I didn't know any better, I think he was Tio. I think he was Tio and Tio was Crawford. And I noticed too that, you know, a lot, like I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but I feel like some people, anyone that like pushes for this fight, they look at us weird. Like, I don't know why you would look at us weird. Like, really, I just want to see a good fight. I feel like boxing schedule is not that great, bro. It's not. We got Bivol and Beterbiev this weekend, right? So we got Bivol and Beterbiev this weekend. I know we got Jake Paul and Mike Tyson coming up, and Amanda Serrano and Taylor. Is that the second? That's their rematch, right? So we got that. We do have Tank fighting, and I'm talking about marquee fights, by the way. I'm not talking about like there's boxing damn near every week. I'm talking about marquee fights, bro. Ones that people are really gonna talk about, or even the fights where like you got hardcores and then you got the casuals, right? We don't got too many of those, right? And not to say that if Tio was to fight Crawford, casuals would come out and watch it. No, but what I am saying is this, bro. Let's not act like if he was to fight him, bro. Let's not act if he was to fight him like people wouldn't watch it, bro. And this is like the point that I've been trying to hammer home. It's like, I know a lot of y'all don't like the kid, right? So in my mind, I'm like, they should want to see this kid get beat the fuck up, bro. Who's on the Tank card? Wait, that came out already? Because I heard David Benavidez was going to be on that card. Is David Benavidez on that card? Let me see. Devontae Tank Davis card. No, it didn't. Oh, you're just guessing, right? You're guessing. A lot of ifs, right? A lot of ifs. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, put it like this, bro. If he's fighting Lamont Roach, so they're gonna have to put on a good card, bro. They're gonna have to. You can't fight Lamont Roach and have a mediocre card, bro. That shit ain't gonna sell. Look, it ain't gonna sell to begin with. All right, we ain't like, as a market in general, boxing is it's a bad market, bro. And it's not. By the way, boxing isn't the only thing that suffers, bro. Like the movie industry is suffering. UFC is suffering. Anybody that has a fire stick, I have a fire stick. I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say I don't have a fire stick. I have a fire stick. Anyone, like the streaming in general is killing a lot of things. Like it's the reason why you've seen shows that were independent, right, are now going to like Cinemax and Netflix and stuff like that, right? They'd rather get their money directly from them and deal with them than to deal with the ratings and shit, bro. It's bad. All right. So Lamont Roach and Tank isn't going to sell. It's not. I'm sorry to tell you, like, it's not going to sell. So you better put something on that undercard. And I'm thinking, are they going to try to put David Benavidez on that undercard again? Now, I heard this, right? This is crazy if it's true, right? So apparently there was rumors which turned out to be false, right? Because we know that Tank is fighting Lamont Roach, right? But the rumor was that Tank was going to fight what was it? I don't know if it was De Los Santos or El Rayo. And then if you remember, David Morrell and David Benavidez were talking, right? Those were like the rumors, right? So when you think about it, if those would have came true, that card would have been, the card would have been a lot better, right? But then it comes out it's false. In reality, Tank is talking to Lamont Roach and David Benavidez is talking to fucking Jesse Hart. That's a horrible card, bro. Horrible card. I don't care whether I like you as a fighter or not. Like this, if you're gonna put that on pay-per-view, Tank fights on pay-per-view. Tank is not gonna fight. He's not a regular TV fighter. He's not an ESPN, bro. Even if they were still on Showtime, it wouldn't just be on Showtime. You would have to pay for it. It would be a pay-per-view. There's no way. It's like saying Canelo's on TV. And I'm not gonna put Tank in the. I'm not putting Tank in the realm of Canelo. What I am saying is there are certain fighters in the industry that they will only fight on pay-per-view. They're not gonna fight on cable TV, bro. That's just a fact. Canelo Alvarez, Gervonta Tank Davis, fighters like Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, like that shit is pay-per-view, bro. So I don't know what card they're gonna put. I don't know what you're gonna do, but you need to do something, bro. As a boxing fan, like that shit, I don't know, man. And forgive me if you hear stuff in the back. A whole bunch of Mexicans here, doing their job like they always do every week. They keep being more loud. I'm gonna report some of them for real. All right, hold on one second. Let me see. What's going on, Tycho? Yeah. So look. Let me say this, bro. Bill was live last night, right? And between Bill and Terrence Crawford, you know what I realized? Like, and this is to me, it's nothing. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it because Bill is older. You know, Bill is like old enough to be my father. You know, Terrence Crawford is a veteran, right? So they're older, right? This is what I'm saying though. These dudes are over here glorifying the street life, bro. And then you got your they got their fans glorifying it. Like that shit is cool. Ain't nothing cool about that, man. And by the way, like since when does Bud want to be street? Since when does Bud Crawford wanna look up people's pull up the Addy and shit like that? Like when did Bud start doing that? Bud, if anything, Bud is always about his money. Bud is always about his business. You know, I always said Bud was legacy. Bud was business first, legacy second, bro. I never believed Bud was legacy first. And nah, fuck that. You want to know how I know? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Matter of fact, I feel like being business minded is the smartest thing to do, right? Because when you're done boxing, how are you going to get income? And if you've been boxing a long time, right? I'm going to say a high percentage of fighters, they have brain damage. You've taken punches to the head. That was your career, right? So you need money to fall back on. So I don't knock him for that, bro. Not at all. I don't. But don't put up a persona over the fans, bro. Like, I know for a fact that you about your money and you about business, right? So now all of a sudden, because you got a young kid talking slick to you, saying that he want to fight you in the ring numerous times, by the way, numerous times. This ain't the only time. And that's another thing that I don't like, this whole narrative that like Teal just came out of nowhere and disrespected this guy as if he hasn't been calling him out for months. And when he did call him out the first time, he was respectful as hell. I keep saying, bro, go back to the Jermaine Ortiz lead up to that fight. And apparently he was calling him out before that, from what I'm hearing. But I'm telling you, when I first saw it, because I remember specifically, Tio was doing an interview and he made a comment about Puerto Ricans. Remember all the Puerto Ricans got bad? Because he said something like, I'll fuck up every Puerto Rican fighter. Or what did he say? He said something like that, right? But I knew what he meant. What he meant was we don't have any good fighters like Cotto or Trinidad. I understood what he said. I didn't take it to the heart, you know? But it's the way Tio talks sometimes, bro. I don't know, man. People that are originally from New York, just, I don't know, bro. People don't like us. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it is what it is. Tio, he might be disrespectful at times, but he's not the only one that I'm not saying it's okay, but the truth is he's not the only one that contradicts himself, bro. Terrence Bud Crawford has been contradicting himself this whole time. You know, people want to point out that Tio says one thing on this interview, says another thing on another interview. But the fact of the matter is, Bud's been doing that. He said on one interview, I'll never fight Canelo because Canelo, he's at one. I remember him saying he's at 168. I'm 3 divisions down. Like, I'm not gonna fight him. Next thing you know, he beats Earl, right? I want Canelo. I want greatness, right? And that's okay. You change your mind. But he's been doing this a lot, bro. And then I noticed, right, that he had this, to me, it looked like at one point, I feel like when he was at 147, I feel like Bud Crawford had this aura about him where, yes, I know he was at top rank. Yes, I know he had Bob Air, but I felt personally as a fan that he had an aura about him that fighters were avoiding him. I've always had that feel like as much shit as people talk about Bud, right? I felt like certain fighters was avoiding him, except for a few, like Keith Thurman. I think Keith Thurman wanted to fight him, and I think Keith Thurman even sent the contract to him. If I'm correct, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know Keith Thurman said he'll fight him, right? But other than that, you know, Earl kept putting that shit off, right? And I'm not saying Earl was afraid. I think Earl was just like, maybe he was more business minded too. But I also think a lot of that had to do with Al Heyman. You know, you think these guys don't influence their fighters? They do. They're the ones paying these guys, bro. So I think in the background, Al Heyman always knew that Terrence Bud Crawford was bad news for Spence. I'm just speculating. Or the people around him was, in their mind, they're like, yeah, like he'll lose that fight. So I'm just speculating. And when you have a commodity, because at that time Errol Spence was, believe it or not, he was a draw somewhat. He's still a draw today in Texas, right? You got draw like in that area. People know who Spence is, right? So I feel like maybe they kind of like was like, let's try to just move him correctly, gather the belts, right? Let him be unified. And let's ride this out, get money, you know what I mean? And then we'll do the super fight. And we all know what happened, right? Which, by the way, I said this yesterday, like, I'm a little bit disappointed in Terrence Crawford. I get it, bro. He's mad at Tio. I'm a little bit disappointed in the guy, though, because he's doing things that he's doing the exact thing that people used to do to him. You know, like, you should know better, right? If somebody kept stealing from you and shit, right? Like, you should know better than to steal from somebody, because you remember all those times people stole from you. So it's kind of shocking to see him tear down Tio's resume like that. I know, I get it. He's mad at Tio, but still, bro, that everybody's been doing that to you, bud, the whole time. And people were sticking up. I was sticking up for him. They were calling him top ranked Toby and all this other shit. And I was like, nah, man, come on, bro. I put a lot of blame on Bob Arum for that. I do. Because just because you're on the other side of the street doesn't mean that you're still in boxing, bro. So the promoters and their issues in the networks or whatever, a lot of it had to do with, if Bud's going to fight, he's going to fight over here, right? And they're like, no, well, if they're going to fight over here. That's a lot of the bullshit that goes on when it comes to promotion, right? Hold on one second. Just want to lower the brightness real quick. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of the times it had to do with like where they're gonna fight, right? Okay. I always felt like Bud, aside from that he had this aura, you know, like I feel like people always underestimated him. But I feel like a lot of the people that was talking shit about him was talking shit about him not because they really thought he was trash, just because he wasn't with PBC and he was over there and they were Errol Spence fans and they were rocking with Wilder and all them other dudes, right? That's what I truly feel. And I feel like he got the wrong end of the stick a lot of times, right? So now you got this kid over here who comes out of nowhere. Yeah, oh, so be it. Yeah, I don't like not my choice of words, all right? I've already told you that I feel like sometimes Teal shouldn't even talk, but he is his own man at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, if you truly know the real story, bro, if you know the real story, because this is why, like, sometimes it's okay to admit that you don't know. It's okay, bro. It's okay to be like, well, I never saw that. You do know that that's okay, right? Because the truth is, Bud called out Teal first, bro. That's the truth. That's the truth. You go way back. Like I said, you go back to the Jermaine Ortiz, and the Teofimo Lopez lead up. He made the comment about Puerto Ricans, and that week he was going off and saying all the things that he was saying, right? Boom. There's another segment where they're talking to him, right? And they're talking to him about, like, I guess, like, overall, like, what's he trying to do to move forward, right? And he says, like, hey, you know, I would like to fight Bud Crawford. He didn't say it once. He said it like 3 times. To the point where the person was like, then when they were at another press conference or somebody else, they asked him, they said, hey, why are you calling out Bud? Like what is it about him? And he's like, no, like, he called me out first. Like, I saw when he was on X one time, he put, you know, something about fighting me and taking my belts. So I kept a mental note of that shit. So, and now, you know, I wanted Dare to be great, right? So anyway, at that time when he did it, he wasn't being disrespectful. He didn't say nothing about no monkey and no banana, bro. I'm not saying that I co-sign that. What I'm saying is, stop acting like that's the first time he called out Crawford, because Crawford's trying to make it seem like, because the whole narrative right now, the narrative that they're telling you and what all these dudes are telling you is that Crawford isn't going to fight Teal because he's so disrespectful, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, because didn't people get on Canelo for when David was being disrespectful to him and wanted to fight him? And when Canelo didn't want to fight him, and he literally said, I don't like him, he's disrespectful. Because in his mind, he's like, if I fight this kid, he's going to make the biggest payday of his life. He's going to be set. His wife's going to be set. His kids are going to be set. Their kids is going to be set. So I don't like him. In Canelo's mind, he's like, I don't like him. But as a fan, I'm like, go fuck him up if you don't like him, right? But when he did that shit, you see what I'm saying? And then when Bud wanted to fight Canelo, now I wanted to see it actually, because I do think Bud Crawford is a special talent, bro. I do think. Okay, and I'm not in the business, but I do know that it's not easy when we say, like, he should fight this guy, he should fight this guy, okay? It is not, because we're not on that side. All we can do is go off what we see, unless you're an insider yourself, right? But at the end of the day, Crawford and Tio is a more makeable fight than Canelo and Crawford, okay? And the whole point is that when Bud wanted to fight him and motherfuckers was dismissing it and all this other stuff, people got mad. They jumped the gun. They said, oh, Canelo's ducking him. Canelo's avoiding him because he's a slick black fighter. You know the narrative. Slick black, I don't look at Crawford like that. I do look at him as technical. He's very technical. He's got a good jab. He's got good ring IQ. And Crawford's got dog in him. You got to throw the dog in there, because if you rock him or you hurt him, he's gonna bite down and fight you, bro. Bud's not gonna back up. If you hurt him, Bud comes forward. So he's dangerous, bro. He is. So I didn't have no problem with him fighting Canelo, right? But the point is that when the tables are turned, look at what they're doing the exact thing, and then they're trying to blame it on T.O. being disrespectful. As that's not the first time he's called you out, Bud. So stop it, bro. Stop lying to your fans. A lot of your fans are gullible as fuck, bro. Gullible as fuck, or dick riders that don't even want to go look and check for themselves. Y'all act like T.O. came out of nowhere. He did, in that interview, he did say, whichever monkey wants the banana first. He did say that. Yes, he did. And I don't agree with him when he said that. He's his own man at the end of the day. But he's been calling out Bud. And when he first called him out, when I saw it, he wasn't disrespectful. You know why Bud got mad? Let me tell you why Bud got mad. T.O. called him out. First, Bud made a post, right? T.O. took a mental note of it. Then T.O. said, I'll fight him. Right? Or I want to fight him. He made it openly known. Right? Crawford gets upset, goes to X, and starts saying, oh, I know you ain't talking about me, bro. I know you ain't calling me out. You better worry about them little guys down in your, like, he took offense to it, right? When really you should be honored. In my opinion, like, I feel like you should be honored. T.O. out of those young bucks, bro, those four kings we would talk about. I never called them four kings, but whatever. The four kings. T.O. was the first one with the accomplishments, all right? And the accolades. And you go back to Devin Haney when he had the interview with Andre Ward. Devin Haney now even admits that his 135 belt was an email belt. He admits it. Go look. Which would make T.O. what at that time? Which would make him what? Right? Then he moved up and fought Josh Taylor and beat that, right? So his accolades speak for itself. So Bud should be honored when he's got this young kid saying he wants to fight him, right? That's not what he does. He goes to X. He says, yo, I know you ain't talking about me, bro. You got them little kids, them little dudes down in your division, right? So what did T.O. do? T.O. fired back in an interview and said, you know what? They were like, why do you think you could beat Bud? So now T.O.'s going to push your buttons, bro. Now he's going to push your buttons because he asked to fight you. You got mad like a female and went on fucking X and started fucking talking all this shit, all sensitive, right? So now T.O.'s going to fire back, bro. So now T.O. says in the interview, a lot of the guys that he fought was injured. And he starts going down the list. Kell Brook and Kell Brook with the surgeries. And Sean Porter was on his way out. And Errol Spence had 2 accidents, bro. Fucking Benavidez was shot in the leg or something like that, had 1 leg. He starts going down the list, right? Why is he doing that? Because he asked to fight you, and instead of you responding the way you just went off like how you did. That was back then. So now T.O.'s at a point, I get, and I don't agree with it, but I guess he's like, bro, what the fuck I gotta do? Right? But like, what do I got to do? So then he makes the whole monkey banana thing, which I don't agree with. But at the end of the day, he said it. And now all of a sudden, y'all wanna co-sign street cred. When does street cred become a part of boxing? There's nothing to glorify. Why would Bud want to fight T.O. in the street when he could fight him in the ring, beat the fuck out of him, and make a bag, whether it's big or small? Come on now, man. Think clearly. And then you got these. What's crazy is, yo, where was I yesterday, bro? Oh my goodness, bro. This one Bud Crawford fan kept saying to me, bro. He kept saying, yeah, but T.O. got his VPN on. Like he needs to give him his address. I said, for what? What does he got to give him his address for? Because Crawford said he's gonna pull up. Bro, are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? Like you really? First off, Crawford was in New York. T.O. ain't even in New York. So, I mean, it's just crazy to me, man. I'm trying to keep the same energy because at the same time, like, T.O. does some out-of-pocket shit, bro. He does. I just like seeing him in the ring. I've always supported him, just like I've always supported Boots. Just like the dude y'all used to laugh at me, Chris Colbert, who fucking is probably going to lose next week, by the way. But the people that I support, I always support them. It is what it is, bro. All right. If I'm your friend, I'm always going to be your friend. Even if I'm not like, we're talking as much or whatever. If I say I'm your friend, bro. All right. So if I support you, I support you. So, but that don't mean that I ain't going to criticize T.O., bro. T.O. says some out of pocket shit, bro. He really does. He really does. And does he have fans that like disregard that? Does he have fans like everyone else where they don't want to admit the flaws that he has and shit when he has a bad performance or he does things wrong? Does he have fans that like totally ignore that? Of course he does. He ain't the only one. You got Canelo fans out there. That man can't do no wrong. That man can't do no wrong. So I'm just saying, I just feel like if you're going to do that to T.O., then don't get upset when he has to fight Canelo and Canelo does the same to him. Then you should understand then. You should understand that if he has to fight Canelo and Canelo goes, get out of here. Get out of here. Don't get mad. But let me guess, y'all going to say Canelo avoiding him, right? Just like I'm telling you, Crawford is avoiding T.O. It's the same situation. You can't even say it's different. You can't even say it's different because it ain't like T.O.'s not accomplished. It don't matter whether you think T.O. won his last 3-4 fights or it does. That don't matter. The fact whatever is in stone, bro. He's got his accolades. It is what it is, bro. It's not like this kid is some no-name fighter calling Crawford out the blue. And y'all want to talk about street cred and all this stuff. Speaking of that, Bill Haney. Now, I like Bill Haney because I feel like as far as like him talking and promoting, I think the dude does a spectacular job with that, bro. I really do. Some of the things he says too is, come on, bro. And as far as Bill goes, like Bill, at this point, bro, even before your son took that ass whooping, bro, people were listening to you like, oh man, come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, Bill. Come on. Like all this street shit, all this shit that you talk. Devin went to a private school, which is a good thing, by the way. A good thing. I'm not saying nothing wrong. But Devin was raised the proper way. He wasn't, when T.O. said, you got a silver spoon in your mouth. Y'all remember that? Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I know I had it. All right. Maybe I'll find it in a second. But you remember when they saw each other in the audience, right? People got mad at T.O. when he said he called him a ninja, right? And we've been over this before, bro. He's Brooklyn born. Latinos on the East Coast, we just say it. I don't say it, but they say it, bro. It's a culture thing. But people take it the wrong way. Fine. They got mad at that. And why is it so dark all of a sudden, bro? It's like a dark cloud. Hold on 1 second. I seriously got to change. I got to get a new camera, bro. Like, I don't know if y'all see it, bro. I'll be talking to y'all and color changes. Sometimes like that, it just start like, this is crazy. Maybe it's like the software or something. Hold on. I think it's StreamYard. It doesn't matter. Anyway, see how I just did that? Bro, he's Brooklyn born, bro. He's Brooklyn born. It's not where he lives right now. So, Tycho, Berlanga lives in Colorado. Does he talk and act like a person from Colorado? From Boulder, Colorado? No, he doesn't. He could live there all he wants. You could put him in there with Eskimos. He ain't gonna act. That don't make him an Eskimo. That's where he stay. That's where he stay. His behavior and what's ingrained in him is your culture, bro. Is your culture. That's what I mean by that. Yeah, you Tycho, you know what I'm talking about. Stop it, Tycho. You of all people, bro. Stop the shit, Tycho. Stop it. You of all people should know what I'm talking about, bro. We grow up in a certain area, right? We have a certain culture that we have, right? We experience that and we take it with us no matter where we go. You know that, Tycho, more than anybody, bro. You could put me in Japan. I'm still gonna have an accent. I'm still gonna have that New York East Coast mind, bro. You could put me anywhere. Put me in Pakistan. I don't give a fuck. So you know what I mean, bro. He's got family there. He's Tycho. You know what I'm talking about, bro. Yes, he is New York minded, bro. Okay. He competed in New York. A lot of times he stayed in New York and Jersey. When he was fighting Loma, go back to the lead up to that. Look where he was staying when he was training. Just because, oh my God. Tycho, do you know I left the Bronx when I was 7, Tycho? Do you know how many times I've been back to the Bronx, bro? Maybe not recently, but since then, until I was 21 years old, bro. I was going to the Bronx every other weekend, but I didn't live there. Tycho, come on, man. I ain't gonna have this conversation. You should know of all people, brother. You should know. You should know, bro. So anyway. Oh, what's going on, champion? I thought you was somebody else. Well, I don't know why. For some reason, I thought you was somebody else. Okay, anyway. Now I got caught off track, man. Oh, yeah. So Bill's on his live yesterday. And Bill starts talking about, he starts giving Ryan Garcia some demands, right? Telling him, oh, he's got 48 hours to do this and 48 hours to do that. And I'm like, why? First off, bro, you're not the A side, Bill. You're not the A side. Like, did y'all see that, by the way? Oh, by the way, Ryan came out first. There's a clip and he plays it. And he says he does want to fight Devin, which I'm actually, I've been waiting. That's what I wanted to see, bro. I really wanted like, as far as the suing and everything. Yeah, I think it's some bitch shit or whatever, but that's why I wasn't upset necessarily because of that. I was upset because I want to see the rematch, right? I think it's a good storyline. I do think Devin could beat Ryan too. Like, let's not forget, he was winning until he got caught in the 7th round. He was winning 3, 4, 5, 6. I had Devin winning all them rounds. And I remember that fight clearly. Minus the first round and maybe a little bit of the second. Devin was controlling 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 until he even got caught. He was controlling that round too. If you remember, he got caught when they were interviewing Bill. You know how they interview the trainers as you're fighting. They're like, hey, how do you think your fighter's doing? And usually they're like, oh, I think he's doing well. He's doing what I told him. We need to do this. Right? When they were talking to Bill, that's when Devin got caught. And then the guy just stopped talking to Bill because obviously he's concerned for his son. But I think Devin could beat Ryan, bro. Right? I think it's a good storyline. So that's why I was upset about the whole suing thing. So Ryan, he made a video talking about, he's like, I'm training this and that. He's like, we beat them. I beat them once, right? This time when I beat them, they can't say nothing, right? And Bill goes to play that recording, but on top of that, he starts giving Ryan demands and shit, which I found interesting because I'm like, bro, you not A-side, bro. Like I don't know, maybe he thinks he is. Even if Devin would have won that fight, I still don't think he's A-side when it comes to Ryan. I believe Ryan has more power in the negotiations than you do, bro. I could be wrong, but I don't see how you control most of that when it comes to Ryan. Like Ryan is the draw. Here it is right here.
Mention my name, when you mention my name.
Okay. So I don't know if he's been going live on I don't know, is this Instagram? I don't know. But I found this kind of funny because he's got this woman with him. I don't know if it's a young woman or nothing like that. I don't know if it's like a personal secretary, but he keeps telling her like, "Hey, pull this up." She's like, "Yes, sir, Mr. Haney." Yes, sir. I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like, what? This shit is hilarious. So I chopped it, by the way. I chopped the interview, because a lot of it is just, I chopped it to, I really condensed it to only like 2 minutes. All right, so let's just hear it real quick.
I'm gonna pull up. Devin has enrolled in the program, the same program that did the drug testing before. So we're enrolled and getting ready to fight whoever. Ryan Garcia, is it you? You got 48 hours, champ. Let your next move be your best move. And I'm so energized right now thinking about how great this can be. I bet he don't show up. Listen, how about you add his daddy, the tickler, while they talk about the diddler? He said he was the tickler, but being that I got to talk to everybody, add him, and then we'll get to whoever else.
We already beat his ass one time. If we do it twice, no debating anymore. I beat his ass like he stole something. See that 3 pounds mattered? Shit, does 3 pounds matter to you when you pick it up? The day of the fight, he was a pound heavier than me, so there's no excuse. Oh, so you won fair and square. He also took $1.5 million because I missed weight. Once you take the money, shut the fuck up. He's a Diddy man, so whatever. Fuck him. So ain't no party like a Diddy party. I guess we know that for sure now.
You got a lot of jokes about people, my dude. And add Tim Bradley's soft ass too.
So yeah, this is before I put this back on, this is funny because he starts going at Tim Bradley. If you remember, Timothy Bradley came out not only on another podcast, but he also was on Coach Malachi, saying that Devin is soft, that his reputation is ruined, that suing Ryan is no different than trying to get alimony from a female. Like, he was going off on Devin, bro. He was saying a lot of and it kind of shocked me too, because I remember after they fought the first time, they only fought one time. After the fight, I remember going live and I felt like Timothy Bradley was like not giving Ryan respect or anything like that. He kept mentioning the 3 pounds, even though Devin paid for it. Like Tim Bradley was like on Devin's side, it seemed like. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's the whole suing thing, but he went off. He's like, bro, that shit is soft. You like that's that like you're supposed to get back in the ring. What are you suing him for? He paid you when he came overweight. He got suspended. You got your loss taken back. And then he actually made some sense when he said, bro, you got your loss taken back. Tim Bradley said. He said, I don't remember the last time a fighter literally got his loss after it all happened and all said and done. They done took it back as if the fight never happened. But he's like, we're everyone knows what happened though. So like there's a 0 there, but it doesn't matter. I know, right, OG? It was the first time I was, because listen, I've been, Timothy Bradley has said some like for real biased stuff, bro. Like for real. Like to the point where I didn't even want to watch a fight on Top Rank because he's like repping the fighter from Top Rank, or the fighter that they're supposed to talk about. He's repping that fighter so much that fighter could be losing the fight. He could be losing. And Bradley will try to tear down, even though the other guy's winning. He'll tear that. He'll somehow talk and make it seem like it's not what you're seeing, to the point where I had to mute fights, bro. So it was shocking to see Tim Bradley, like, in my opinion, make sense for the first time. It is not because he was going at Devin. It's because, like I said, I was upset because as a boxing fan, I want to see the rematch. And so when I heard that he was suing Ryan, the first thing that came to my mind is like, bro, Ryan's not going to want to fight this guy because, like, when they came out and said they were going to sue him, Ryan was on X saying, man, fuck this. I'm tired of this. Y'all keep, damn, bro, drop it. Like, he was like that. And I'm thinking, like, ain't no way he going to fight him after that. Like, you ain't going to sue the man and then just fight him. So, but now hearing that they're going to rematch, it is what it is. Like, I like that. That's what I want. I think it's a great storyline. I think it's going to sell. It would be a great opportunity for them to put on a massive undercard as well. I mean, there's a whole lot of things that we could do as boxing can do off of that whole storyline, bro. Like, there are people that don't even watch boxing that know about Ryan and the whole Austrian situation and now know who Devin is. It's unfortunate they know Devin from getting his ass whooped, but it is what it is. They know him. And so he goes off on Tim Bradley. Hold on.
While he was talking about Devin, you add his motherfucking ass too. Tim Bradley, bring your soft ass up in here and talk to a real one. Talk to one that's been laying back in the pack. Yeah, you dig? Watching it. While the youngest undisputed champion of the world did it. Yeah, Tim, he ran through that fire that Teddy Ellis was telling you to go through, man. Yeah, he ran through it to get to it, man. And we're at 25, man. Would you add him right now, please? Yeah. Yeah, because I think, well, from what I heard, you can come on here and I can just say, I don't know. But from what I heard, they said you went through some mental shit about the Manny Pacquiao shit that sounded a little soft. You know, I got shot 5 times and bounced back, man. You know, and they say in the streets you get shot every day, B. So let's talk about soft, huh? Let's talk about how soft you sounded for calling a young man that's moving in business the way he's supposed to, then got his family out the trenches, and now we conducting good business and we filing lawsuits as a team. Yeah, that came from the top, man. Blame that on me. You did? Yeah, blame that on me for doing good business and behind DHP. Don't blame that on Dev. Yeah, because he'll fight anybody, do anything. But guess what? If De La Hoya Promotions and what's his name here, shit? Yeah, but Bernard is with him too. What is that? Golden Boy. Yeah, all of them, the whole outfit. If Golden Boy can get some money for some damages, then DHP gonna get some money from that. And now you can best believe that. Yeah. Now, you might get confused with one of them other guys. Hey man, I'm doing good business, man. Yeah, I done crossed over, man. You might want to check my resume, man. Yeah.
Also, there's a part in the interview, bro, that I didn't even record because this is what I mean by talking street shit, bro. Like, y'all millionaires, man. Y'all millionaires. Like, stop talking about the streets. So he start at one point in the interview or the live. Somebody said, I don't know if somebody said something to him in the comments, or I don't know what happened, right? He gets real upset and he goes, man, I've been, yeah, you know what the fuck, I was in the streets and this and that, right? And he starts saying, like, Ryan, this is what he says. He's like, my son tried to have a fair fight, and this motherfucker want to come in and pull out a knife. Like, I've been in them situations. I've been in the street. I deal with that all the time. Motherfuckers try to kill me and shoot me, right? He starts talking about that, and he's trying to make it seem like Ryan's billionth or the piece of assault of Austrian is the equivalent of him taking a knife into the ring. And he starts going off about shootouts and shit like that. And I'm like, bro, what is going on with people and this whole street shit, bro? Like, I'm just saying, like, to me, like, I feel like when you start talking like that in a sport, especially, bro, like, when you talk about what you're gonna do to somebody in the street and this and that, like, look, I've never disrespected Bud Crawford on this channel. Never. 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 I've always held it down for Bud, bro. I think he's a dog. I think he's got great ring IQ. I think he was avoided at one time. I think he got a raw deal from Bob Arum and everything, man. But at the end of the day, bro, you moving kind of funny to me. You moving kind of funny to me, man. Like now you want to go to people's addresses and tell them to pull up the Addy? What happened to? No, I'm going to take care of my money first and business first and all this other stuff, man. I just, yeah. Y'all know I like Tio. But at the same time, I'm trying to be honest with you. You cannot tell me they're not keeping the same energy when he was just trying to fight Canelo. And when anybody shut that down, anybody said anything like, oh, it's too many weight classes, or he's not going to get credit because when Canelo says, oh, well, look, I got no credit for fighting Jamel, they're not going to give me any credit for fighting this guy, right? Anything that when it said to not him getting the fight, they went off and they said this and Canelo's avoiding him and all this other shit. And now it's the same thing, but it's the opposite way now. You got this young kid telling Crawford, I want to fight you. And like I said, this wasn't the first time. Go back. Because I'm serious, but I don't know. I can't even tell you how many channels I've seen right now that are pumping this narrative out that the reason why he's not fighting him is because because number one, they think that he's a clout chaser, but on top of that, he's disrespectful. They're trying to take this whole disrespectful route. And I'm trying to tell you, don't let them lie to you, bro. Don't let them lie to you. Go look back at yourself. Go look at it yourself. He's been calling out Bud. He's been calling out Bud. And he wasn't disrespectful when he did it the first time. And I showed you the little clip from that camp, by the way. I got to find the whole clip. But when he said, I want to fight Bud, and he didn't say anything disrespectful, Bud went on X and started saying shit like, I know you ain't calling me out. You need to worry about them little guys and this and that. And then when they saw Bud at Tio's fight or the week of the lead up of the fight, they asked him then.
Saw Tio weigh in. What you think about it? Man, fuck Tio. Yes! Yes! Fuck you too!
He was already upset. Nothing racist said, nothing. He just said he want to fight him, bro. So get this narrative out of your head that they're telling you, bro. It is what it is. Just keep the same energy. Now it's okay to be street. Now it's okay to say you want to pull up the Addy, right? Come on, bro. Why would you as a boxing fan even want to, why would you want that for Bud anyway? Come on, man. Keep it real, man. If you're going to support somebody, bro, people get it in their head that because they like a fighter that you can't go against him when he does some stupid shit, bro. Like, I don't get it. Like, just because you say I like Bud Crawford doesn't mean you blindly just accept anything that he does and don't call him out for it. That's called a dick rider, bro. That's what that's called. A dick rider, yes, man. Is what you are. There you go. Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah. Tell your mans to lace up them gloves, bro. Because Tio trying to fight him, bro. It is what it is, bro. We in a different generation than me, bro. Dudes are actually upset in their feelings that a young fighter is calling out another fighter. Bro, what it's gotta be. I know we in 2024. I know we in the end times. You got the hurricanes, the elections, and UFOs are normal now, and all this other stuff. Yet now you got fans that aren't even upset when another fighter calls out another fighter in a sport where they literally fight for a living. Like, bro, yeah, we in a different generation, bro. For real. So what? See, look, bro. Look. You do realize that everything that y'all saying, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. I'm gonna tell you why. Wouldn't it make more sense for Bud not to fight Tio if Tio was sparking everybody, knocking everybody out, really, really dangerous, right? I could kind of understand why he'd be like, you know what? I'm on the tail end of my career. I'm undefeated. Let me just try to get out of here. You know, I would understand that. But that's not Tio. Most people don't like him, right? People think he's overrated. People think he lost to Sandor Martin. People think he lost to Jermaine Ortiz. People think he's this. People think he's that. They make fun of when his baby mama cheated on him. They make fun of all this other stuff, right? They say all this negative stuff about Tio. And in my mind, I'm like, so that's an easy bag for Crawford then, right? Right? Is that what I'm hearing? He's a bitch, right? Tio's a bitch, right? He's racist, right? He's not that good. He said, I don't have it no more, right? He lost to Sandor Martin, right? So what's the problem then? What's the problem, bro? Come on, man. I agree with you there. I agree with you there, Tycho. Pretty much little difference. There is no problem with that, bro. I don't know if you just got here late. There is no problem with that. None at all. None at all. I would never tear that fight down, and I would never say I don't want to see that fight, bro. I wasn't one of those dudes that was like, nah. If the fight's doable, do it. Bud has earned it, bro. He's earned it, right? Has he not earned it? Undisputed at 140, undisputed at 147. The only problem I have is that he didn't earn it at 168. He didn't fight nobody at 168. He wants to fight a dude at 154, and they kind of like that. Like that's the only thing I've been talking about is like that doesn't make no sense to me. Canelo's at 168. You go to 154. You beat up somebody at 154, and you say, you see, I want to fight you. You see, I moved up, and Canelo's over here like, bro, you took a couple steps forward. You're not even over here by me, bro. That's the only thing I'm looking at it like that. But other than that, I'm not against that fight, bro. Tio, you go look at Devin Haney's interview with Andre Ward. He basically, in so many words, said Tio was undisputed at 135, bro. He said that his belt was emailed. He didn't really fight for it. It didn't mean nothing. That's coming out of Devin's mouth, bro. Right? Then, at 140, he beat Josh Taylor. Don't matter. And then people want to say, oh, he lost to Jack. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. At the time, he won that fight on paper, bro. We can't do that, because if we're going to do that, then let's do it the Crawford day. Let's do it the Crawford day. Spence had one accident. Then they stalled in negotiations, and Bud didn't like what he was seeing. So he went and took the Abanesian fight, the fight where his fucking gloves busted open, and I've never seen anything like that, but that's here nor there. He goes to fight Abanesian, and Spence has a second accident. So y'all want to say, oh, Taylor lost to Catterall. He should have won that fight. Okay. Well, Crawford fought a man who had 2 car accidents, bro. That's not Crawford's fault, is it? No, it's not. So that's not Tio's fault, is it? No. Sean Porter was on his way out, bro. Sean Porter was on his way out. And I don't think Sean Porter would have ever beat Crawford. I don't think even the one in his prime, I don't think would have beat Bud. It's not the point. Since y'all wanna bring up little things, let's do that then. Kell Brook had like 2 facial surgeries or whatever, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like we could nitpick all day. At the end of the day, Tio got accolades, bro. And at the end of the day, if Crawford was to beat him, who would have a better name on his resume? That's the truth, bro. That's the truth. Y'all don't like it, I don't care, but that's the fucking truth. The truth is, Tio got more accolades than 95%, 99, 98% of people on Bud Crawford's resume, bro. That's the truth. And the truth is, the fight is way more makeable than what y'all making it seem like. It's way more. It's matter of fact, I'm not in the business, but I can tell you right now that fight is like 10 times easier to make than Bud and than Bud and Canelo, because you know Canelo's going to ask for some outlandish amount of money, right? The Turk came out and publicly said, "I support Terrence Crawford in any fight that he wants." So if he goes to him and he says, "You know what? I'm tired of this kid talking shit, bro. I want to beat him up. Like this, pay him." Tio ain't even gonna act. That's another thing. Y'all laugh at Tio and say, "Oh, he didn't make this. He's got no money." Good. So that means he's not gonna ask for much, right? See, good. He's not gonna ask for much, right? He's trash. He's not that good, right? He's disrespectful. All these things are. What's the problem? What's the problem then? Beat the fuck out of him. Beat the brakes off him, bro. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it, bro. I seriously don't. Everything y'all saying only makes the fight make more sense to me, bro. Tio's broke. Tio's begging for money. Okay, that means he's not gonna ask for a bag like how Canelo is. So that means the fight's doable. That's what I'm saying. You know what's crazy too, Tycho, is like, I know for a fact that when they say that Tio get knocked out, bro, that's a very good possibility, bro. It is. That's a dangerous fight for Tio, bro. In fact, in my opinion, I don't think it's a great idea, but it doesn't, as a boxing fan, I would like to see it, bro. And when I support a fighter, I don't care whether I think he's going to lose or not. I want to see good fights. I don't want to sit here and argue about, oh, he'll do that. He'll put him in the hospital. Okay, good. Let's see it. Let's see it then. Let's see it. I think in the back of Crawford's mind, bro, I don't think Bud is scared of Tio. I don't think Bud is scared of Boots. I don't think Bud is scared of Canelo. I don't think Bud is scared of anybody, bro. I don't think he's scared of anybody. So when people would say, oh, he's scared of Boots, no, I don't think he's scared of Boots. But the truth is he didn't want to fight Boots. And he's not scared of Tio, but the truth is he don't want to fight Tio. For whatever reason it may be, maybe in the back of his mind, you got it. Listen, I don't care. In the back of your mind, there's got to be a thought. Like, there's got to be a thought. Like, this little motherfucker is calling me out, bro. What if I lose, bro? There's got to, because if he's not thinking that, then what's the problem, bro? I just don't understand. And didn't they make it? I'm not sure, but Tio was training with Canelo recently, right? They were in the ring together, and I think that Tio is like talking about maybe going under the tutelage of Eddie Reynoso and everything, right? And I truly believe that if he was to give Tio a chance and beat Tio, I think that increases your chances of getting that Canelo fight by a lot. By a lot. Because in Canelo's eyes, I'm going to tell you this right now. In Canelo's eyes, it's a lose-lose for him, bro. It's a lose-lose. He don't need money. Canelo don't need money, right? He likes money, but he's not desperate for money, right? If he loses to Crawford, it fucks his whole career up, bro. If he was to lose to Crawford, people would question, like, you know what they would do with Canelo, right? If he beats Crawford, you already know. They did it with Jamel. Jamel was undisputed at 154. Think about that, bro. Jamel was undisputed at 154. He campaigned at 154 for a long time. He ran through that division. He dominated that division. Crawford just got there. He fought one fight. A guy that fought 10 times and barely got through that fight. We're talking Jermell Charlo, the guy that's been there, the guy that knocked out Erickson Lubin, knocked out Castillo, ran through motherfuckers, bro, dominated it, bro. And look what Canelo did to him, right? That man, bro, I was shocked. I never seen him. I never thought I'd see the day where I see Jermell on that bicycle, bro. I never thought I'd see the day, bro. But that's what happened. And I'm not saying that Bud would do that because, in my opinion, Bud won't do that. I think Bud is the type of fighter that'll get knocked out before he starts doing some shit like that. Like, he's going to fight you, bro. So I give Bud all the respect in the world, but the truth of the matter is, look at what happened when Canelo beat Jermell. No, hardly got any respect. They said, look at him. He beats up on UK fighters. He's making fighters move up in weight, right? So when Canelo says fighting Crawford is a lose-lose, that's what he means by that, bro. It's a lose-lose. Doesn't need the money. If he loses, it fucks his career up. Well, his accomplishments are still there, but people are always going to remember, look, he lost to Bud. And if he beats him, you already know. There's going to be people out there that say, look, man, he don't beat up on a dude that was at one point 3 divisions lower than him. First off, I didn't want to see the Berlanga fight. Secondly, Berlanga was ranked number 1, unfortunately, and was campaigning at 168, brother. So what's your point? What's your point? Berlanga was at once. Listen, I didn't want to see the fight. Y'all know I didn't want to see the fight. I put my channel up. If Berlanga would have won, you wouldn't be seeing me right now. I literally did not want to see that fight, bro. I had to lie to myself to get into that fight. I had to put my channel up and make all this shit up in my head to get excited for that fight. That's how much I didn't want to see the fight. But the truth of the matter is, he's at 168. He was ranked number 1. And he couldn't fight David. David was at 175. So if he would have picked William Skull or the other guy, what would y'all say then? At least with the Berlanga, he could play off the whole Mexican versus Puerto Rico thing. We've been through this 1,000 times. Man, come on, man. Look, when I speak about Bud and Tio, all I'm saying is try to keep that same energy, because a lot of the excuses that people are giving is just a green light, in my opinion. Tio lost to Cambosos. Tio lost to Sandor. Oh, I had him losing to Ortiz. Okay, so it means it's easy for Bud, right? Oh, he's broke. He's desperate for money. That's why he wants to fight. Okay, so that means he's not going to ask for much, right? The Turk don't got to pay as much. Like, everything y'all saying just makes more sense for Bud to beat the fuck out of him, because didn't he disrespect Bud? Didn't he talk greasy? I mean, he got Bud in New York asking for the Addy, right? He got Bud Crawford acting all street now. Some of y'all ass backwards, bro. Some of y'all really ass backwards, bro. Everything you're saying to me only makes sense for him to beat Tio's ass, bro. It would be different if Tio was smoking everybody, knocking everybody out clear as day. Everybody was avoiding him. Then I could kind of understand maybe Bud being like, oh man, fuck off. It doesn't make no sense to me, bro. If you think he's a joke, if you think he's disrespectful to the point where you're saying you're in New York and you're telling him to drop the address, drop the Addy, and you got your fans co-signing that shit, like all of a sudden it's cool to be Omar from The Wire and shit. Now it's cool to do that shit. Where do we do that at? Meanwhile, you got Tio still talking greasy, talking about, hey, unless we gonna lace the gloves up, shut your whole ass up. Still talking to him like that. Still talking to him like that. Got Bud out here looking crazy, bro. For real. Got him looking crazy, bro. And it is what it is. Like I don't shit on Crawford. Like, I like Crawford, bro. I think Crawford's a dog. I think, bro, Crawford would be the massive favorite, by the way. He would be. And the odds of Tio getting knocked out is high, in my opinion, bro. I'm telling you this. I'm not going to lie. I've never lied. Listen, I've never been delusional when it came to Tio. All I've told you is that I back him. I support him in the ring. But I call out all the other stupid shit, bro. I'm not one. I know what y'all talking about. There is certain Teofimo fans that I've seen, and even in the panels that I talked to, they don't even want to acknowledge anything that he said. I'm not like that, bro. All right, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Everyone's got flaws, right? I'm gonna criticize you, but at the end of the day, I want to see good fights, right? And at the end of the day, I see how y'all acted towards Canelo when he said he didn't want to fight this man, and everyone was saying all these excuses, right? But then Tio does it, and now they give you the whole narrative that it's because he's disrespectful, when in reality, he's been calling Bud out, even way before this, bro. So it's just a narrative. That's all it is. And now it's okay to be Omar from The Wire. By the way, Tio wasn't even in New York. Right. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. And what makes it worse, bro, is you literally, you know how people troll, right? You know how people troll? I'm telling you, some of these dudes, they're not trolling. Don't you think that if that I said this before, y'all don't believe me, but I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Nobody watches ESPN for boxing. Nobody. That little segment they do with Stephen A. Smith. Do you watch Stephen A. Smith for boxing? When you want boxing knowledge, do you really go to ESPN and you wait for Stephen A. Smith to talk about it for like 45 seconds? No. Where do you go? You go to YouTube, don't you? You go to people that have boxing channels, right? Where they specialize, or that's their favorite hobby, or they spend hours and hours and hours in content and thumbnails and talking about boxing, devoting our time to boxing. A lot of us aren't even monetized. Hours and hours of boxing, bro. We know more about boxing than them dudes at fucking ESPN. So you think the fighters don't watch us, bro? Terrence Crawford was on X, and he was making comments when Punch was live, and I know he was watching Punch's shit. Because he was like, his comments was like in response to the shit Punch was saying. So they watch our shit. So let me ask you, these channels that support Bud, imagine if y'all started saying, you know what, Bud, for real, you want to fight Canelo, right? I get it. I don't agree. I think he should give you a shot. Whatever, you want to throw your narrative in there and say that Canelo's running from him, whatever. You could say it like this. You could say, hey, we all know Canelo avoiding you, you know? But think about it. They were just training together, and he might be going to that camp, and he 2 weight classes underneath you, and he said he'll come up to you, and he made the monkey comment, and he's talking real greasy to you, bro. I know you'll beat him, bud. Maybe you should do that. What if y'all started doing that? Nah, but that's not what y'all do. That's not what y'all do. Now you guys are the ones saying drop the Addy and acting like all this thug shit. Y'all the ones doing that shit now. Tio got this motherfucker bugging, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness. Y'all should be with picket fences, bro. Telling Bud to knock this kid out, bro. He told him, shut your whole ass up and lace up the gloves. If not, shut up. Oh my God, bro. Don't get mad. Just say you want to see it. I'm telling you, bro, Tio might fuck around, get knocked out, bro. He might be put on a stretcher if he fight Bud, but you know what? I want to see it. I want to see it. And I think it sets a good, what's the word? Precedent, not president, precedent. There's a word. It sets a good example for you wanting to fight Canelo, because the situation is similar. The situation is similar. The last thing I need is caffeine. That all right then, bro. So brother. Hold on. Bud ain't worried about Teofimo. He pressed him, and we'll see Teofimo on her cycle. Typical response. Typical response. And then you wonder why. T.O. be pushing buttons, right? He's asking for a fight, and y'all keep doing this shit. When you get mad when he says whichever monkey wants the banana, right? You wonder why I'm not saying this right. I'm just saying you wonder why. You wonder why he pushing this motherfucker buttons, bro. As if he didn't ask normally the first time. What you think will happen if I got a problem with you and we inside an establishment and I come up to you and I go, hey man, respectfully, I heard you was talking shit. Like, can I meet you? Like, if I came up to you, Jason, we was at an establishment and I came up to you like this, like, hey, look, I heard some shit. Like, I heard you was talking or whatever. Look, can you like respectfully step outside, bro? Right? And you say, man, fuck out of here, man. I'm like, bro, can we? I don't want to do it in here. Can we step outside, bro? Come on, man, get the fuck out of here. What you think I'm gonna start doing, bro? The next step is gonna be you a bitch, you a pussy. You don't want to step outside. You scary, right? You think I'm gonna keep being like, come on, man, step outside? No. And it's kind of funny how when David was doing this shit to Canelo, y'all was like, yo, man up, man. Which, by the way, I was on your mentality, because one of the things I don't like about Canelo is I think he's a diva. I really do. I understand why he doesn't want to fight David, because he doesn't want to financially make this kid rich for the rest of his life. But at the same time, I want to see you beat his ass, though. Like, beat his ass, bro, for all the shit. And his pops talking. Like, I'm with you on that. And well, when that was going on, y'all was like, look, man, Canelo's such a bitch, bro. This is a fight. This is a combat sport. When Andre ran up in his press conference and he got mad at that, man, that's what boxing is about, right? Y'all liked it then, didn't you? You liked it when Andre ran up in that press conference, right? And interrupted Canelo, right? And when Canelo said something, y'all said Canelo's a bitch and a pussy, because this is boxing and this is fighting. Yeah, I'm saying the same thing. Well, Crawford's on some bitch shit right now. And y'all co-signing this shit. Y'all did a complete 180, bro. I'm telling you that Tio, good possibility gets laid the fuck out. And I'm telling you, I want to see it. We live in a different world today, bro. We live in a different world today. What is the point? What's the point then? What I see, like I don't know. To me, people do what they want on their channels, right? But if I'm gonna spend an hour or two, if I could talk about a fight I want to see, I'd rather do that than spend a whole hour and a half talking about why a fight can't happen, why I don't want to see it, why this and that, why. It's just, I don't know, man. Yeah, it's content, bro. It's content. But at the end of the day, like, I feel like you should want to see T.O. get the shit smacked out of him, bro. And what makes it, I'm going to say this too before I get off, bro. I'm going to tell you the truth. It's so ironic, bro. It's so ironic. Because a lot of, like 95% of the shit y'all say about T.O., right? Crawford done went through that, bro. That's what's so surprising to me. People done tear down Bud Crawford's resume damn near his whole career. Question his resume at 140, right? Talking about, oh, your best win is Ricky Burns, right? 147. Oh, you beat up Amir Khan and Kell Brook and Sean Porter and and an Earl Spence that was in 2 accidents, that your whole career people been doing that shit to you. But you know, you want to do that to the young boy that's calling you out, right? I get it. You mad, bro. You big mad. I know. Just remember when this motherfucker wants to fight Canelo, and Canelo's like, the fuck out of here, peasant. Y'all remember that. I don't want to hear Canelo ducking, nothing. Y'all gonna say it anyway. Keep that same energy, bro. Bro, this is what I'm saying, bro. Right? Like, you would think they would say they want to see the fight, bro. Yeah, at this point, bro, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know how clear you want Tio to get with him. I don't know how clear you want him to get. But y'all gonna sit there and say what you want to say? Go ahead. Go ahead. You just remember, y'all can call him that all you want. You just remember that he went up to Bud and said that racist comment, called him a hoe, said all this fucking greasy shit, and got Bud to the point where Bud said he wants to drop the Addy and find him in New York City. You just remember that. Go ahead. You co-sign that. You should be telling your mans to hop in the fucking ring. Anyway, man, I'm out, bro. So I ain't gonna argue with these dudes, bro.